Hello, Cassie Oberg in Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania here. I cannot believe we are at the end of the year and we are on the third sketch from December. And that means that next week we will be in January and we will finish off the fourth one before launching into the January 2026 virtual crop. So let's go ahead over to my desktop and see what fun we have going on. Now for this one, we're going to do something that I like to do whenever there isn't anything that quite works the way I want it to. So if you look at this sketch, I am going to make this page is going to work nicely for this side. And then over here, for the right side of the page, I couldn't find something that I was absolutely in love with. So we're going to turn this page. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh no, Cassie, we can't cut the Fast2Fab page, but it actually still is saving us lots and lots of time and money because we are not using as much paper and borders throughout the entire thing, so it's really okay. If you need to cut a page or two to make it work, it's going to be okay, I promise. So let's just go ahead, and now we have cut this off. And I'm going to just slide this either into a top loading, or I will tape it down to a page depending on what I want the next page to do. So let's go ahead and look at what we're going to do. Now, as you know, I oftentimes use pictures that aren't quite the same as what they have on the sketch. So on this page, I'm going to turn this into my circle. This is going to be my top picture, and these are going to be my bottom one. So they're going to be a little bit different. Over to the right, it's going to be a little bit more the same. It's going to be these two vertical. Look at this. We went for this Korean barbecue. Oh, so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our pages. So I'm going to go ahead and use what's going on over here. I'm not putting anything else over here, but I am going to add another layer here using this beautiful green. So the green flowers are going to be cut at 2 inches. So we're going to just measure top to bottom, 2 inches. And that is going to go right over here, creating this border. So it's just going to go right here next to the border that's already there. And now this mimics this part of the page. Then we're going to come over here to the right side, and we need a strip along the bottom to create this bottom look. And so for that, I am just going to put a 1-inch molten lava. Yes, I am still on my molten lava kick. I'm going to try hard to move off of it in 2026 because at some point I will run out of it. That's going to be a really sad day for me. I guess I can just open more packs, right? There's always more. Okay, so I'm going to put this right along the bottom. And look how nicely this is going to work. So now we have this layer, we have this border, and then above that, we are going to put a 2-inch strip of the green flowers right above here. So let's go ahead and cut this. I just love the soiree collection, but we're going to be moving out of it in 2026. We'll do the last of the December virtual crops, and then we will be moving along to the next thing. So there we go. Now we've created this bottom part here. This top is going to stay the same. We have this beautiful over here, and we're going to just build on it. So we're going to use this new deep orchid for our mats. And let's see. I wanted to go ahead and cut this one down a little bit using my photo trimmer. So we're just going to cut the top off. Look at my sweet little short baby girl trying to get into the picture. Oh, wait, we're not going to cut that down because we were trying to get the Australian ice that we were having. And then over here, This picture is going to get cut down just a little bit, down to 3.5. I want to keep this beautiful door. And then here I am with my band baby Emmy. And I'm just going to cut these people off to the side, but keep this beautiful flower artwork over here. So cut this down to 3 1/4. No, I don't want to cut that off. I'm going to actually make it an odd size. So it's just a little bit of an odd size, but that's okay. I will just measure that when we go to mat it. Okay. I want these to be the same height. So this one is going to be 5.5. Cut a little bit off the bottom and just a tiny bit off the top. And we're still going to have more than enough of that door to get the gist. Now we are going to cut our circle. Now when I do my circles, I like to cut with either the red and then the blue, or the red and the green. So one smaller one and one bigger one to mat. I'm going on the outside, put my nubs right in that groove and go around the picture. And now since I want a slightly bigger mat, I'm going to take the blue one because it's going to cut the furthest away. And I'm going to cut my purple, my deep orchid paper. And now I'm going to be able to mat these beautiful flowers. So this is going to give me this mat right here. Look how pretty they are. Okay. Now I'm going to mat these two together. So they're 5.5 tall. So that means I want a 6.5 strip of paper, and they are 7 across. So I want it 7.5. So I want 6 by 7.5 to give myself the right mat. See if we can get 6 out of this. Yep, we are going to get 6 out of it. So 6 by 7.5. And this will give us the mat right here. We had so much fun exploring the city together. There we go. Matted perfectly. And this is going to just go right down here. Slide this back onto the screen. I went off to the side a little bit. This is where sometimes not being live throws me off. I really count on people to yell, "Hey, Cassie!" Okay. So then I just said that this picture was 6. So we need it to be 6.5. Oh, we didn't cut any. 6.5 by 4.5. I don't know. Is this going to make it? Yes, it is. Okay. So 6.5 by 4.5. And it'll give us that 1/4 inch around all the different sides. By making it a 1/2 inch bigger in either direction. Okay. So then this is going to come up here. And now I'm just going to add this, and I'm going to put it up instead of down because I have my larger matted area down there. So I'm just going to have this come up just like this. And voila. Now over here. And do you see how you're just getting inspiration from the sketch and then making it your own to fit the pictures that you have? So we're going to cut this picture. We're going to cut it into a circle just like we did the last one. I could not wait to go back to this restaurant. It was so good. I think it may have been the best Korean food outside of Korea that I have ever had. When we lived in Korea, I ate a lot of yummy food. I won't lie. Chicken bulgogi was my favorite. But honestly, I haven't met very many Korean foods other than, now don't laugh at me, I like some forms of kimchi, but the kind that's really garlicky and strong is just a bit too much for me. But other than that, you know, bibimbap and all that other stuff. Yummy, yummy stuff. Okay. So there's our Korean barbecue matted. And now we're going to do these two pictures. And I'm going to cut them down to 5.5. But I am going to leave them 4 inches wide. I just wanted to get rid of some of the extraneous at the tops of them. And now I'm going to do mats. I'm going to leave a little space in between these ones. So they're 5.5 tall, so that means we need a 6-inch mat. And then they are 4 inches wide, so we need them to be 4.5. Well, at least when I run out of my plum molten lava, I'll still have deep orchid to play with, because this color is just beautiful too. And I'm sure that they're going to come out with even more things that I fall in love with. So I shall not fear. That's what I always say. Use the paper, Cassie. Use the paper. They'll make more. It's all good. Okay. I'm going to have these come over this way a little bit. And add this in. Put these down first. La 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 la. And then finally, you can go over here, pop out of that, and then I'm going to add over here some of these right on stickers. Another one of Cassie's favorite things. I love to just make them dance down the page. And I like to take them back and forth like this. And that way I don't have to be straight. I don't have to line things up. It's a lovely, lovely thing. And I can write my story. We actually took another friend of my daughter's there too. So we all went. And she was the one that knew this place. And oh, I was just so thankful. And that's it. So sometimes you cut the page, guys. Sometimes you cut the page. But look at all of that goodness that we got out of that page. And we got to turn it the right way and do a sketch number 3, which makes me super happy. And that's it. So see you next Tuesday at 4 for the last one of 2025. And then we'll just head right into 2026. Have a great day, everybody.